Now smile up, both of you. 3, 2, 1.
I bet you wouldn't have said that to me.
Nhưng mà anh tránh tình trạng mà xe này trời mưa này nó sẽ dồn ra nó sụp. Cuối tuần bởi vì anh em đến cái cầu Trung Dương nhiều nên là lại tắc vào xuống nên là mình phải đón trước đấy mình vòng lại nó khách cầu cũ đi ra ngã ba đấy đó là vừa.
Nhưng mà lắm bên nó chạy được đường cầu Trung Dương tốt nhỉ?
Không phải lắm bên chạy được nhiều anh em chạy nhiều mấy thằng treo bằng Tết giờ ông Quang chạy kìa.
Đâu nó như bên La Pa ấy, là bên nếu làm luật cầu Trung Dương anh. Mọi người bên làm luật mà. And drink a lot of tea. Yeah. I will be your tour guide today and until tomorrow with some of the group. Yeah, because not all of us will go on the same cruise. So later when we go to the harbor, we will see who belong to my group. And yes, right now we're crossing the biggest bridge in Hanoi. This one is a Vingti bridge. And as you know, Hanoi, the meaning of Hanoi is Ha for the river and Noi for inside. So Hanoi, it means the city inside the river. And right below us, that one is a Red River. So you can see Hanoi is like the city around the Red River. Also, I would like to say thank you for enjoying the free city tour with us this morning. Yeah, and also apologize for the inconvenient pickup as well. You know Hanoi, we are like a very tiny city, but the population nowadays, we have about 9 million people in that tiny city. And you know, every single orders, we will have one motorcycle. So we have about 7 million motorcycles nowadays in Hanoi. The reason why, because we buying the car is very expensive for us. The government charge a lot of tax and fee when you buy the car. So normally we have to pay like 3 times for the car price. Like crazy deal, pay 3 to get only 1. And yes, the street in Hanoi is very small and narrow. That's the reason why we prefer to use motorbike than the car. How do you think about the traffic in Hanoi?
Jam.
Crazy.
Everywhere jam. Everywhere jam.
Chaotic dancers. For me, driving Hanoi is just like you're playing a video game. You only have one life, and there's no reset button on the game. But trust me, driving in Hanoi is very, very safe because our people we follow the speed limit. So this bus will take us about 3 hours maximum from here to go to Halong Bay. We will stop in the middle of the way so you all can grab some snack or some drink before we get on the cruise. Also the weather today, you see, it's kind of foggy today. You know, in the north of Vietnam, we have 4 seasons in a year, different than the south side. Home Chi Minh City, we only have 2 seasons. It is hot and extremely hot. But in Hanoi, yeah, 4 seasons. This time is springtime, so the humidity is very high, and that makes the weather like that all the time during the springtime. And yeah, what I saw the weather forecast when we go to Halong Bay, it's not raining anymore, so it might be some luck for us. But yeah, it's a little bit foggy today, so you know you can see the different beauty of Halong Bay. It looks like dramatic and mystery as well. Yeah. Okay, for some of you, I must before we get on the bus, I've been listening to you that you might speak the thank you in a different way. Do you know how to the correct way to say thank you in Vietnam?
Come on.
Cảm ơn is the correct one. That's the correct way to say thank you in Vietnam. You know, when you speak Vietnamese, it might be different for you all. For example, cảm ơn. You see, cảm ơn. But a lot of Western people, they speak it different way. Like come on. You see, come on and cảm ơn, it sounds familiar, right? But come on is shut up. And cảm ơn is thank you. Yeah, no worry. Our local, we know that you're trying your best. So we get what you're trying to speak, no worry about that. You know, in Vietnam, we have 5 different symbols on the top and the bottom of the word to make the sound different as well, to make the meaning of the word. For example, in Vietnamese, we have you, it means back. You see that one had a dot on the bottom. So it's to speak it like you're falling down, so back. Selling, bán, that's one going up. the table, bàn, that's one going down. Dirty is bẩn. That one had a question on the top, so like you had to speak it like falling into question. Bẩn, and the last one is bẩn. As no what busy. So for example, in here we have, are you trying selling that dirty table? Bán bẩn à? Yeah, that's in Vietnamese. Yeah, what is that? Hers is like boom bala boom bala boom. That's the meaning, right? But for the one want to learn anything about Vietnamese, feel free to let me know. I will try to teach you some of my best. Yes. Oh. And also, see, we show you the techniques of vocal over here, how they make the purr from the oyster. Okay, so now please stick with her. I will see you in this set about 30 minutes after, alright? So about 11:20. See you. Have fun, everyone.
And hello, xin chào. Welcome to Halong Bay farm here. And my name is Nguyễn. I'm local guy here, ma'am, sir. And I would like to share with you some information about the cow troper and our bird farm in the Halong Bay and how we implant the cow troper in here. And just so now, ma'am, sir, I would like to invite all of you to come inside over there, and I will show you more the information for you, ma'am, sir. And just so please follow me, ma'am, sir. This way, please. Alright, hello ladies and gentlemen. And yes, thank you, ma'am, sir. And ma'am, sir, and before I start with the conversation for you, I would like to say thank you for all coming here today. And I hope you have a great time in Halong Bay and in Vietnam. And yes, so ma'am, sir, did you hear about the cultural bird? And did you know about the cultural bird? Did you hear about that, ma'am, sir, the cultural bird? Not yet. And yes, so ma'am, sir, the history of the cultural bird started in 1893. The little bird, his name is Kokichi Moto. You're going to watch him in the picture here. He's the first one, the successful, the first cultural bird in 1893. Because he saw the natural bird, it's very rare and it's too expensive and it's not enough to make the jewelry. And he found the cultural bird for all the ladies. And as you may know, in Halong Bay we have the many islands in Ireland. It's around the more than 1,900 islands in Ireland in Halong Bay. It's also the good environment for the oyster to raise the bird. And in Vietnam right now we have only two good places for the oyster to raise the bird. Cook Island and Halong Bay. Yeah. And in Halong Bay right now we have the two more farms to raise the oyster. And so you can look at the picture here. This one is our bird farm in the Bohol Island. And we have the one more bird farm in the Philippines. Yeah. And we usually three higher the cultural bird master. The Apoya, Thai tea, and the South Sea. And the first one I would like to introduce for you, ma'am, sir. This one is the Apoya pearl oyster. The Apoya. This one is the most popular pearl oyster, but the small size. The size only from 3 to 10 millimeters, but it has various color: white, yellow, pink, gray. Sometimes we can create blue color or green color, but it's very rare. And we need at least 2 to 3 years to create a pearl. 2 to 3 years. And the second one, master, this one is the Thai tea. The Thai tea pearl oyster. The Thai tea. Yeah. This one very special. It's only one color, black color. Only this one. Yeah. And the size can look from 8 to 15 millimeters. And we need 4 to 5 years to create a pearl. 4 to 5 years. And the last one, master, this one is the South Sea. The South Sea pearl oyster. The South Sea. This one is the biggest pearl oyster in the world. The size can fit over 20 millimeters. And we need long time to create a pearl. At least 6 to 8 years, sometimes 10 years for only one pearl, one oyster. And there are two main colors, white and golden color, master. And also right now, I would like to show you how we plant the cultural pearl in here. And we have a table over there for you, master. So yes, master, please come to the around. You can stay behind her. Yes, you can stay behind her. Come closer here. Yeah. So you can see it clearly. Yeah. And just so master, all the oyster here and all the pearl here is the seawater pearl. It's different with the freshwater pearl. For the seawater pearl, one oyster can keep only one pearl for whole life. And at least 2 to 3 years, we can create a pearl. It's different with the freshwater pearl. For the freshwater pearl, one oyster for 1 year can give many pearls, approximately 10 pearls for the freshwater pearl. Yeah. And master, and to implement the cultural pearl here, we have the 2 steps. The first step, master, we have a lot of oyster here because this one is a lot of oyster. The lot of oyster here. The lot of oyster. Yeah. Because this one is a lot of oyster. And we have to make sure the lot of oyster here strong and healthy. Yeah. And then we have to cut around. We have to cut around the body of lot of oyster here. We have to cut around here to get the membrane. This one is the membrane. The membrane. We get from around the body of lot of oyster here. We get the membrane here. The membrane. Yeah. And then master, we have to divide the membrane into small pieces like this, and we have to use this one. This one is an antibacterial liquid to keep it fresh and stimuli. And we have to keep it here for the step 2. And master, for today we have to implant the is still alive. It can still alive without seawater around 4 to 5 hours. Yeah. And right here you can see her. She opened the mouth of the oyster around 1 to 2 centimeters. And she have the cut of line, just very small line at the bottom part of the oyster. Yeah. Just very small line at the bottom part of the oyster. Yeah. And then she have to put the membrane. This one is the membrane we get from the step 1. After we use the antibacterial liquid here, the membrane, one membrane. And then one core. So we call this one is the core, the CORE, the nuclear. This one is not plastic, it's not stone. This one we made from the shell. We made from the shell of the oyster. From the shell. We made from the shell of the oyster here, from the mouth and the pearl. Yeah. And when we put the membrane and the core inside the golden part of the oyster when we put the membrane will stimulate to have the oyster to develop fully. And for the core here, when we put the core inside, the oyster will cover the core by nitro and the protein. And day by day, for the arcoya, after 2 to 3 years, the core will become the pearl. Yeah. And I'm trying to show you this one. This one is the pearl. And we come in here. And you can see here, we still have the core inside. We still have the core inside the pearl here with the smallest one. The smallest inside here. Yeah. You can see here, the core inside here. Yeah. Yes, ma'am, so you can see here. We still have the core inside. Yeah. Because we replace the core by the grain of sand. When the oyster live deeply in the sea and open the mouth to get a grain of sand will come inside the body of the oyster, and the oyster will cover a grain of sand by nitro and the protein. Yeah, and after many years, and then day by day, after many years, a grain of sand can become the natural pearl. But it's very rare. For the natural pearl, it's very rare, and it's not enough. And by the way, over the time, the natural pearl can enough with the perfect shape. So that's why we can replace a grain of sand by the core here. Yeah. And but even we put the core with the round shape inside, but the oyster will control the shape of the and the color for the pearl. And after implanting, so we have to put them in the cage behind you over there, so you can see here we have the many cage with the seawater. And every day we have to transfer all the oyster here to our farm in the Halong Bay, and we have to leave them in the calm water for 1 month. And after 1 month, we have to check the X-ray because only 30% will successful, 70% will die and put the body outside water. Yeah, and in 30% successful, only 3 to 5%. The golden pearl, we can put the jewelry, only 3 to 5%. Yeah. And just so right now, sorry. And just so so here I have the some arcoya pearl oyster here, and it's around 2 to 3 years old already. Each time we can create the pearl. Yeah, and yes, ma'am, sir, we did not open the oyster here. And ma'am, sir, who want to become the lucky person for today? Yeah, to have the bigger one oyster here, and we can open. And we can check, maybe we have the pearl for today, ma'am, sir. And yes, so ma'am, sir, who want to have? Yes, no? You want to have me? I don't want to. I want to do it. Oh, yes, ma'am. So which one you want, ma'am? This one? Yeah, go on. Yeah. Yes. And see how what the moment is not.
教呢條咩？教呢條嘢落啲啊，妹係嚟呢呢度。
Oh, this one is the oyster, just a medium size. Yeah. And this one is the where is the golden part of the oyster where the pearl inside. Yeah. Oh, let's see. We have the pearl here. Oh, yes, you can take a picture. Yes. Yeah, you can take the picture here. Yeah. And one oyster can keep only one pearl for whole life, ma'am, sir. When we cut it already like this, the oyster will die. Yeah. And I will clean this one, and you can this. This one just arcoya, so the size just small size like this, ma'am, sir. Yeah, just small size. And this one is with the green color, and it's shining, but it's not perfect shape. Yeah, the shape is not perfect. Yeah, it's imperfect, but the color is very nice. It's shining. Yeah, yes, you can see it. Yeah. This one is at least 2 to 3 years. 2 to 3 years. Yeah, 2 to 3 years. Yeah. And so when we create a pearl like this, we have to classify with the 5 level like this, ma'am, sir. More quality and more expensive. The best quality of the pearl with the 4A, with the perfect pearl, perfect always shape uniform color and thick nickel. And for the AAA with the high quality the pearl, and medium quality with the AA, and single A with the lower quality. And for the B quality, ma'am sir, the B quality we cannot make the jewelry, but we just grill them to make the powder, to make the cream, to make the face mask for lady, to make you younger. Yeah. And for the shell of the oyster here, when the oyster die here, but for the shell of the oyster, we can make the souvenir, or even we can make the pen from the shell of the oyster. Yeah. And for the meat of the oyster, we can make some food like the oyster congee or oyster snack. It's very good for your health. Yeah. And then yes, ma'am, do you have any questions for me?
Does that shell go to this size in
Yes, ma'am. Because it's right now, it's on a few months, maybe only 3 to 4 months, and we have to grow them in Halong Bay at least 2 to 3 years. Yeah.
So we will put the oysters in here.
Giao sòng thì ai cho thì còn